What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We're back again with the T5S2 Invitational Season 8. Can you imagine? We've gone through, this is the 8th one of these that we've done. I still have to sort of wrap my brain around that longevity because it sort of constantly surprises me. We're back here in Group D for the Losers 2 game. This is the game to determine who will go up against Alakar and his 1,000 sons to try to win the group and move on to the elimination stage. So, we have two Blood Angels players here, Techie and Valdor. Unfortunately, the only other Chaos player in the group here, Longship Loft, who's running Chaos Space Marines, did go down to Valdor in the Losers 1 game. He went down to actually both Techie and Valdor, so he lost to both these players. Now these players are playing against each other in order to try to face Alakar for the final game. So, exclamation point lists in chat, everybody. We have over here in the red Techie, who we watched earlier this week up against the 1,000 Sons, and unfortunately did not have a very good run of it in that game. Went down to a bunch of Mutalith Vortex Beasts just running across the table at him and just making every single possible feel no pain, and it was just pushing him off the table. Valdor on the other side in the blue, also running Blood Angels, so not going to be confusing at all, chat. I'll do my best to keep the units separate as we move on, and I'll try to keep you posted on whose unit is fighting who as we move through the game. But obviously, these are going to be a mirror match between two very similar armies, so it is going to be one of those things. So anyway, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. I know it's a little bit of a late stream, so we probably won't get quite as many people in the chat room as we normally do. I also want to throw a shout out to these players. I was pretty late getting in on this stream, and I sort of assumed that I would get in after they had begun self-hosting, and they actually just waited for me, so I appreciate that, which is why we are later than the original posted time. So anyway, lists are in the robot! Exclamation point lists in chat if you want to go check those out yourself.
My Assault Intercessors are Reavers, by the way, just because they're cooler models. They're in reserve. As
we are moving through deployment, we can talk about those lists. So let's dive in and discuss them. And actually, before I forget, let's actually drop a prediction down. Prediction time! Get those tokens ready, everybody. All right, let's go. Boom. Predictions up. Everybody in. All right. So, starting with Techie's army down here on the red side of the table. Techie is running Le Martes, as well as the Sanguinor, two chaplains with jump packs, one of them with Artisan of War, one of them with the Icon of the Angel. Both these players in Sons of Sanguinius, by the way, which is interesting. I think a pretty strong detachment in Pariah Nexus. This map is probably one of the most open maps in the map pool so far. As we watched, if you watched our game this morning, which was Agent X versus Indicius, that was the Group A Losers 2 game. Indicius had a lot of ranged attacks, and that was certainly helpful, beneficial to him in this on this map layout because the map is extremely open in the center. There's very few ruins to stage your units moving up in as you're attacking your opponent. Obviously, there are maps in the map pool that are designed this way, so you can't rely on a single strategy. You have to be very flexible in order to win. But that meant that Indicius, having a good mix of both ranged and melee attacks, had a dramatic advantage in that game. This matchup, it's going to be kind of interesting, though, because both players are running almost entirely ranged attacks. We do have a couple, or excuse me, the opposite of the thing I just said, almost entirely melee attacks. We do have a couple armored vehicles that we've seen in Techie's list, 2 Ball Predators as well as a Gladiator Lancer. Very little in the way of ranged attacks in Valdor's list. We do have a single Vindicator in here in order to add a little bit of ranged punch, but obviously it is relatively short range. And that guy might just get knocked out by the Lancer early game. We'll have to see how the dice lie on that interaction. So it'll be interesting to see how these two armies interact with each other. I definitely think that Techie is coming out of the gate with sort of the more aggressive seat because he does have these really powerful, or fairly powerful ranged attacks at his disposal. Wow, it has been a long day, chat. Apparently, at his disposal, and Valdor, on the other hand, with a little bit more of an aggressive army. And so anyway, what are these armies? As we mentioned, Lamarty, Sanguinor, double jump chaplain, and a combi weapon lieutenant in Techie's army, plus an assault intercessor squad, foot squad, 3 assault jump pack intercessor squads, a unit of 5 Death Company Marines with jump packs, as well as a unit of 10 for those chaplains to jump into, a single infiltrator squad, 2 ball predators, 1 Death Company dreadnought, a gladiator lancer, and a Calidus assassin. The Death Company dreadnoughts are really interesting inclusions in this list. Obviously, they have the ability to reactively attack. Players unlocked the tabletop, so it exploded, which happens sometimes. Unfortunately, playing with the Gizmo tool comes with its many dangers on Tabletop Simulator. Anyway, we are discussing the lists, chat. We just talked about Techie's list, the Gladiator Lancer, and some Ball Predators plus a Calidus Assassin. Valdor also running Sons of Sanguinius. He's rocking a Jump Pack Captain with the icon of the Angel. Now, this guy is jumping into a unit of Sanguinary Guard. Interestingly, that gives them, if they are using their Encarmine Blades, that pushes them to Strength 8 on the charge, which is an important breakpoint against a lot of profiles. Especially against T4 enemies, which is what they're going to be facing against a lot of today, that pushes them to wounding on 2s, even without the use of lance, which makes these guys absolutely lethal into basically everything in the opposing army. Not to mention the fact that sort of light vehicles and stuff is also going to get knocked down. And you get a right to battle on that unit as well, which is important for Armor of Contempt. The big benefit of Sanguinary Guard here is that they come in with a base 2 plus armor save. So being able to stack things like Cover and Armor of Contempt on those guys is incredibly strong. That makes them much more resilient than Death Company, although obviously they do give up the downside of being a little bit easier, a little bit more expensive. They are... Yeah, they're, I think, 30 points more expensive for the entire unit, so 3 points more expensive per model. And not hitting quite as hard since they don't have those baked-in rerolls. So they do get a hit bonus, I believe, most of the time.
Oh, all the colors motivate.
We are running a Phobos Librarian. And I wonder if we are jumping him into an Infiltrator squad. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we do have an Infiltrator squad with the Phobos Librarian sitting in the back here to protect against deep strikes. Obviously, when the players submitted their list for the group stage, the group assignments had not yet been posted. So this unit is an incredibly powerful protector against a lot of aggressive or a lot of enemies with a lot of redeployment effects. So you can expect things like Tyranids potentially, like Hypercrypt Legion Necrons that are like Chaos Demons, like Genestealer Cults, all of these factions that are relying very heavily on deep strikes. This unit is an absolute disgusting prospect to deal with, because that Phobos Librarian gives the unit essentially a lone operative effect. They cannot be targeted by ranged attacks unless you're within 12 inches. And that also carries over to many of the smite effects of the game as well. At least I know it does for the lone operative effect innately. I actually am not sure that it does for the Phobos, the Librarian. I think it might actually not, because I think it's lone operative specifically. So he might have a little bit of a less powerful version there. Although he does give them a Psychic Hood. So he actually makes them tougher against mortal wounds anyway. So actually, the guy's probably fine. We've also got Lemartes, plus the Sanguinor and a Calidus Assassin as the character slots. 1 5-model Assault Intercessor squad, as well as 3 models with 5-man Assault Intercessors with jump packs, as we see over in Techie's list. The 10-model Sanguinary Guard, as we mentioned before. 1 Vindicator and double Death Company Dreadnoughts. Interestingly, not a single Death Company, besides the Lamarty's unit, to be seen. Only Lamarty's unit and not the smaller 5-mans on top of that.
Oh, yeah, that's me to pull it out.
Alright, roll for first turn.
And we are getting the first turn roll off here. We are in take and hold today, chat, so players can hold objectives for 5 victory points apiece.
Red player.
We are on search and destroy as well, and using hidden supplies as the objective, or as the special mission modifier. So we have additional objectives in the center.
Don't know about.
And it looks like Techie is going first, and we are in search and destroy today, so extremely short rush distance between the two deployment zones. So both these players are going to be able to get stuck in immediately, which is likely, and this is what Techie loves to do this, as we've been watching through his games. He's just deployed on the line with these ball predators. He's like, man, these things are basically free. They're extremely efficient, points value. If your opponent wants to come out really, really heavily and try to kill this thing, it's fine with me. I'll probably be able to counterpunch and get value out of it anyway. But obviously, if I go first on search and destroy, it can advance. It can shoot infantry with its ranged weapons as long as if it's advancing. And at the very least, look what it's doing here. It's forcing Valdor's Sanguinary Guard to deploy in the back corner. Suddenly, those models are significantly less impactful. They're going to be much less important in the game, at least in this early game. Valdor, I think, is mostly setting up to go second. Obviously, he's deployed extremely conservatively. And obviously, this has worked out for both these players because they've sort of gotten the piece where they want. And that allows the Sanguinary Guard. They do have a banner inside the unit, so they're all +1 OC. That allows them to come in the late game and be able to steal objectives on top of being a powerful unit by themselves.
3, so we're looking at 15 inches.
Siriu, 1996, thank you for the follow, my guy. Appreciate you very much. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And I want to thank everybody else in chat.
Yes.
How's everybody doing over there? No prisoners, bring it down are the draws on turn 1 for Techie. No prisoners is an unfortunate draw this turn. That's a big one that you can score enormous points off if you draw it later on in the game. Bring it down is actually probably fine. There are vehicles in Valdor's army, but not enough for him to really be able to score off of it super reliably.
16 should be. 16. Cool there. Let's go ahead and move a lieutenant up here. So 9-inch. Aura, please don't hurt me. Let's move the jump infantry into this corner. Do I probably still get mortared from over there? I'll probably stand on this side of the wall. Just check. Working on an 8. Cool. It's fine there. You guys are cool in here. So look cool. Let's advance the green squad. Cool. So we're gonna be going 15 inches over here. Do I care about Calidus? We go up. No. So I'll just stay over here. That's fine. All right. Let's move these assault intercessors up.
Valdor is the only recipient of prediction tokens today, chat, by the way. So, no pressure to him. If he loses everyone all their tokens who have voted. No big deal, Valdor. You've got nothing riding on this game. Don't worry about it. Not to mention the fact what these players are fighting for the tournament lives today. Whoever loses here is knocked out of the Season 8 Invitational permanently. They'll have to try again next year.
Right. This guy shimmies back. And Calidus. Probably sit up here with a little 1-inch bubble. Maybe up that far. Okay. I got a whole lot of not much going on this turn. but I did step onto 2 objectives, which I'm happy with. Shooting, cool.
Which of these are on the objective?
Just the lieutenant, the ball predator is not intentionally.
Okay, got it.
Just to get a better line over here, but
yep.
I think if you're moving 12 here, you're not rocking onto him. I'm fine with you rocking onto this guy. It's fine being in combat. Okay.
I love this move from Techie, by the way. He's pre-measuring his own line of sight to ensure that his big flamer tank doesn't get outmaneuvered by the assault intercessors here. That would normally be able to hop between ruins and potentially dodge its overwatch. But because he's ensured that if these assault intercessors are looking for a charge, they're going to have to move into line of sight, he's ensuring that he's going to give himself an overwatch. And these are flamer-equipped ball predators, by the way, chat.
Assassinate.
They have that big top-mounted 2-damage flamestorm cannon on top of heavy flamers on their spawns and mounts as well. So if these guys move up close enough to get overwatch, they're just going to be absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked. I think what we're going to have to see is this Vindicator move up and try to engage into that thing. But as we just discussed, chats, that's kind of Techie's plan. He is happy to trade the Ball Predator for the Vindicator if he can get rid of that big blast weapon that can knock into his bricks and that can sort of similarly punch down his melee units. Very, very low-key turn for Techie, however. He kept no prisoners, which is a pretty good draw for next turn. But obviously ditching that turn 1, bring it down, which we don't want to see. We're Gaming Recon in chat. What's up, dude? How's it going? Long time no talk to, I feel like. Sorry to hear that you canceled your stream, but I hope everything's going well over there with the podcast. Hope you guys are having a good time. For those of you who aren't aware, by the way, this is the end of our season invitational, or our end of season invitational. So we stream over the course of 3 weeks or so. We stream tons of games in 40K between the top 16 players in this league. We have about 400 players per season in the league. You can join it at tts40k.com. You can come into our Discord. Any online event of at least 1,500 points game size or higher, Strikeforce game size is eligible to submit scores using the standard tournament format. You can submit scores via Best Coast pairings, and once you do, those players become eligible for T5S2 standings points, and we take the top 16 players at the end of the season of those standing points, and we make them fight against each other. And that's what we're watching right here. This is the Losers 2 match of Group D. There are 4 groups of 4 inside the Invitational event, and the winner of each of those groups of a double elimination group stage will go to an elimination stage. They'll play 3 additional games, so 2 semifinals games and 1 finals game, and that is that will determine the winner. Just restarted Twitch streaming? Hell yeah, dude. Am I giving you a follow on Twitch? Let me go give you a follow over there. Boom. Done.
This Vindicator is gonna rotate.
This might have a penchant to be a kind of quiet game, by the way, chat. I think these are both just generically quiet players. I will turn up their microphones. I actually have them both already at the max volume. But it's one of those sleepy Saturday night games. I had to run back from a gaming convention myself. I was running events in order to catch this one, but I'm glad I was able to do so. And I think that clock should probably be on blue here because it is Valdor's turn.
So this Dreadnought will advance.
The Chilled Angels. Yeah. Yeah, we're not Blood Angels. We're like closer to Sangria Angels right now, you know? Just getting a little tipsy, having a sweet time. Little rosé Angels maybe. So we are committing the Vindicator in here. Oath of Moment down onto the Vindicator. Or Event link is a little outdated right now, champ. We actually have events in the works, but they haven't been posted yet, which is unfortunately a when I get time sort of deal. But we are going to be doing both a casual and a competitive 40k event in the Discord server sometime soon. TM, sometime in the near future. But these streams have been taking a lot of my time. So, at the moment, going down onto the that Flamestorm Cannon equipped Ball Predator over there on the left-hand side of the screen. That is Techie's Ball Predator. All the Ball Predators are his, by the way. He doesn't have any Vindicators. That's going to give the Vindicator wound rerolls against it, obviously. Or hit rerolls, excuse me. And make it much, much more effective. What Techie could do here is burn 2 with that 3 CP for a Smoke Screen and Armor of Contempt to give it a temporary cover, a hit modifier to incoming ranged attacks, as well as or AP reduction, and that could potentially blank the Vindicator shots. It's going to put the Vindicator or the Vindicator attacks to 4-up to win, or 4-up saves. In which case, the Ball Predator may live there. I'm so curious about this decision to play the Sanguinary Guard as far back as we possibly can. I think that Valdor wants to adopt a posture where he is going to try to force his opponent into melee with him first at all costs. Regardless of what happens, all that Valdor wants to do is have his opponent charge him first. Now, the reason that that's important is that both players have the Sanguinor in their lists. The downside of the Blood Angels mirror match is we get a lot of sort of mirrored technology. But the Sanguinor is a pretty solid melee profile, 2 damage and devastating wounds. And has strikes first, and has the unique ability that when a unit engages in melee, the end of your opponent's charge phase, he can jump into from deep strike into melee with a unit that charged. So he appears next to them, and because he has fights first, he automatically gets the opportunity to swing before them. So he can go in and clip out a couple models before anything happens, and that might be what we see occur momentarily here. But I think that's what Valdor wants to avoid. He himself does not want to get sanguinored, and he wants to be the one doing the sanguinoring. Advancing this unit along the side of the table here. That's so interesting. The curious part about Blood Angels mirror matches, too, is that Blood Angels get huge bonuses on the charge, but most of those turn off when they charge themselves.
You're able to rotate this guy, because I think I can see his sword arm. I think that should be good.
Yeah, I think the 1H advancer was literally exactly when Valdor needed to dodge the Flamestorm Cannon. That's so funny. Although, to be fair, it would be only the Flamestorm Cannon. That is casualties you don't want to take, though, because those Assault Intercessors are very valuable. The Heavy Flamers would likely not be in range on that angle. But
Or here, so that I'm not sure.
Again, any one of these engagements that can pop in and touch one of these units could be a summoning of the Sanguinor here. But I think right now this Ball Predator is largely just going to sort of wander up and Flamer down whichever one of these Assault Intercessor squads is closest. And I think the Predator is probably heavily incentivized to move up, shoot them, and probably kill a couple of them, and then charge and attempt to tank shock.
Everything, and
Assuming it doesn't die. It might just explode. We'll see.
Sure. If it randomly happens.
You want to be the Sanguinor, not the Sanguini. Yeah, exactly. Longship Labs, you get it.
the big 6.
Okay.
Ooh, 6 shots from the Demolisher Cannon, so a total of 9, because it is D6 plus 3.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling.
And that was a smoke screen use there, but not Armor of Contempt, it looks like.
Wounding on 3s, rerolling. Or not rerolling.
That's what they're. Whoa.
Yeah, it's old at the moment rolls. Oh, 6 saves. That should be a pasted Ball Predator here.
Yep, so 5 ups.
4 go through. And that will just kill it. Yep. All right. Well, there you go. So, everything is great.
All right.
So obviously, downside of if that Ball Predator survived, it could wander around the side of the table, potentially cook this unit, engage it, either force a relentless assault from Valdor in order to allow that unit to charge again, or just get them stuck in melee, but at the very least kill most of the squad and really remove their capacity to engage. The big danger here, and while it is a little bit difficult to do so, is that this unit could come in and just clip out the Combi Lieutenant. And if they are able to do that, because they do impact attacks, even with Sanguinor's fight first and teleport in to try to save that guy and his reactive move,
I'll do
with a
3.
high base movement infantry unit, they can probably still get to grips with him, and they have a very good chance of killing him. And that removes the opportunity for that lone operative unit to sit in the back sort of unscathed.
Priority for the lieutenant, so it should be a 10 on primary. Assassination is interesting. Obviously, the Khalid is here, which is
Matt is in chat. What's up, my guy? How's it going? Hope you're having an absolutely wunderbar weekend.
getting back to him.
You caught the morning stream too, right? Nurgle Matt is a 24-hour Warhammer 40k enjoyer.
Command phase. Let's put
An absolute Chad.
Let's the charge into this guy. 6. Sure. Let's put it on a Vindicator. Is that useful at all? No. Put it on Calidus. I'm going to shoot the Calidus now. That's even better. Alright, good to go for command phase. Movement. Let's start by... Let's see. Let's just go up around here. Try to stay outside of 1. The ball predator is going to. He wants to shoot
I
up.
want to overwatch these lanes.
Sure.
I think so. Yeah, we'll overwatch now.
Sure.
I would rather do it with Calidus.
So this is an Overwatch from the Calidus Assassin. Does have an anti-infantry torrent weapon.
4DV2. You do get cover though.
With cover.
Oh, only 1 damage go through. Not a good expenditure of command points there.
Alright. Let's move up the ball predator here, because I do have a cute little line. I can shoot a hunter killer missile. Go crazy. Or do I want to go crazy? Am I crazy? Let's see. Magna. Yeah, it's not time to be crazy.
Looking for maybe a cheeky cannon shot with that Flamestorm cannon. Downside is that you're shooting into a T9 2+8 profile. The amount of damage that you expect out of that is actually not that great.
Try to stay out of line of sight. I'm not sure if you'd Overwatch. So I can end guys over here. Is that still within the numeric charge I want to make? I guess 7 should be fine with the reroll. Let's see. Is that out of your LOS for Overwatch?
You can turn it on.
That should be good. Add a little bit to the charge, but that's okay. Let's move these guys up.
I'm not sure why Techie is playing around the Overwatch at this point. His opponent is already Overwatched, so he's out of it for now.
Shield these guys.
It just wasn't a very good Overwatch.
Oh, there's going to be an interrupt. I don't know if there is going to be. Where are they? Alright, Vindicator. Gonna step up here. This guy, I think it's gonna block off all of this area. This guy's already blocking off 12 inches to over here, so there's no DC dread here, here. 9 inches over here. Let's see. Might have to scooch over. Let's get the actual ores up. That'd be very annoying. Let's see. There, so that's big enough. Okay, so no DC dreads on this angle, if I'm not mistaken. Alright,
Yep, touch screens.
Oh,
That looks okay. Yep.
okay. Cool, because I don't want him jumping on my Lancer right now. Cool. I think I just need to drop down the Calidus. That's the question. Where does that go? Let's go there.
So the other draw for Techie this turn is Assassination. Actually, kind of a great pickup here because of the aggressive position that Valdor has put his Calidus Assassin in. The Calidus Assassin, I'm actually surprised that he's playing so aggressively, right? He's basically giving up this charge as well as this charge. Now, this one feels like
I think I do.
it is really aggressive because the Calidus Assassin has fights first, so it's able to come in and swing before the Assault Intercessors do. But the Assault Intercessors are going to get to shoot her. They have hit rerolls, plus they're also going to get to do impact attack mortals as well. And if that Calidus Assassin goes down right now, that not only is, well, it's already going to be taking the objective away from Valdor, but also scoring that assassination. So that's a big score right there, and a no prisoners point as well. And if Techie is able to clip these guys out with these Assault Intercessors over here, I actually think that's a little unlikely. The math on an Assault Intercessor squad one-tapping another Assault Intercessor squad is a little depends a lot on how many mortal wounds they do on the charge. But that would be a big swing if that was able to occur there.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be my deployment. Do you want to rapid?
So rapid ingress dropping in the Lamarty's brick here. It's kind of funny how clockwork the bottom two or top two rapid ingress is in the Blood Angels matchup. It's always going to happen. You going to rapid ingress automatically every time? Yeah, okay, go for it. Now, interestingly, and this is a new interaction that we didn't really see very much, essentially at all, before the Pariah Nexus update, but we may see a charge into a heroic intervention here, or a rapid ingress into a heroic intervention. The one thing that you can do basically is set yourself up like 6-point-something inches away from the rapid ingress distance, or the heroic intervention distance of an incoming charging unit, because you start 9 inches away from them. All they need to roll is a 4-inch charge for you to then be within the 6 inches and complete that 4-inch charge, obviously, to then rapid ingress into them, which opens up opportunities for that to occur a lot of times because it's no longer a 3 or 4 CP combo. It's now 2 CP. So Lancer cracks into the Vindicator quite a bit. Ouchie.
So it's just out of 24. That's okay. Let's go ahead and shoot the Ball Predator. Let's shoot a missile into your Death Comp Dread. And I guess a Stormbolter. Hunter Killer will hit and wound. Don't. Yeah, it looks like you do.
Pass the save.
1 second, let me get the door. Alright, sorry about that. So we got saved. Perfect. A Stormbolter. 1 hit. That 1 wound. That will make him bleed.
Fine.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot at these guys in response. Heavy Flamer. 6 shots. On 3s.
It's an awkward
More cover.
reactive initiation there. Could knock out an assault intercessor here.
Kill a guy, put a wound.
And the other gun, the melt-a-gun.
That's a little bit awkward.
Hits. Wounds. AP -3.
Not sure why we triggered that, to be honest.
I will probably
kills that guy.
kill that
Just
this
D6
guy.
plus. Yep.
Okay, well, suddenly this fight became
Head into
a lot more awkward.
the intercessors here are going to shoot some pistols. I will overcharge on both these.
Curious that we elected to take that attack.
The 2 plasma pistols. 2 hits.
2 plasma pistols.
Yeah, the sergeant and 1 guy.
Plus you only get 1.
No, you can swap one of the base guys out for chainsword
okay.
plasma.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I think because they had an extra spot in the box, and put an extra plasma pistol into the jump pack assault intercessor box. Wow.
For some
Then you could just get it. You get a special weapon guy who has a plasma pistol in that unit. Nobody really knows why, but he's just in there.
So that'll be
And that was a really big deal because he just straight up killed the Calidus assassin. That's nuts.
for 5 points. Alright, they're good to go. Good. Lancer did its thing. Let's shoot 1 overcharged plasma into blue squad. A hit. Will miss. The plasma will not kill me. Cool. I think that's going to be pretty much it for me. Let's head to charges. Let's go ahead and charge orange with the green squad.
Just orange?
Yes, just orange.
Okay.
With a 9.
Might knock a Death Company Marine or 2 here,
1.
which will certainly
Only 1's in range.
make that unit a little bit less combat effective later on.
Okay. 6.
And a little awkward for Techie as well. The Ball Predator is protecting the Death Company unit in the center with Overwatch, but the Lamarty's unit is the most resilient against the Flamestorm cannons because it is
The Vindicator.
-1 damage.
Headstrong with a 12. Or sorry, 11. I can count. Promise. I passed some sort of math class. So he can't make it. I wasn't expecting quite that large of a number, but hey, win some, doing some. He can't make it. I want to be on the objective. No. All right. Let's do red up here into blue. With a 7, which does make it. All right, just 1 mortal there, potentially. No mortal wounds. Yeah, that looks good to me.
When does the Sanguinor come in? It's now, right?
Yes.
The end of your charge phase.
Here he comes.
Let's give it a read.
Or was it supposed to be immediately after something charged?
End of the charge phase. You can put it in combat. So it is the end of my charge phase.
These
So I just
two
have
guys
these
are
2 base.
pacing.
Yeah.
are not minus 4 damage. So we just need to put it where you can't come closer to them. So this is when 4 guys can fight me.
It is indeed a sea of black and red, chat. Yeah. If anybody's just tuning in here, can sort of elucidate the game state right now. Obviously, all of this stuff is Techie's deployment zone over on the red side. This is all Techie's units. Over here, the photo scanned assault intercessors over on the right hand side are Valdors. The other assault intercessors, the Dawn of War version, are Techie's. And down here, little incongruously, the Vindicator is Valdor's. The green Vindicator, the green assault intercessors are Techie's.
The offensive strats for you.
And the Death Company Marines are Techie's going into the Vindicator. The Sanguinor has just teleported in response to their charge in order to do a stabbing on them.
It's a big spend, but I'd like to get everybody fighting, so I'm going to do CP fight on death.
Okay. Okay.
Ones and twos. Alright.
3
so-
saves and 2 dev points.
Okay, so 6 up on Death Company. So he's be
Yeah, apparently Valdor is also using Reavers as his
those.
assault intercessors
Alright, ordered rolls.
because he thinks they're cooler. I think that's another point of philosophical difference.
Lose 4 total.
Yep.
Alright, so I'll lose 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like. So I will go ahead and do those attacks. So these 2 guys are going to pile into. I don't know.
To be closer to the tank.
Yeah. So I think. Where's that? So let's see. So 1.2 here, 1.2
So
here.
this guy was basing this guy.
He
Before you
was-
picked him up.
He was basing this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Then. Let's see. I guess I'll. Because he's going to go in over here. Do I just pull out? No, I think I do want you to stay in. Okay, so I'll do it like so. So I'll have 4 guys into the Vindicator.
Yep.
Alright, so 4 attacks a dude. 1, 2, 3.
That was a big swing from Sanguinor there. The feel no pain of the Death Company can oftentimes blank those 2 damage attacks. Sanguinor getting 4 of them is a huge.
Please.
Gonna make sure we clip out that Vindicator though.
Or no.
And the Sanguinor is now kind of free to engage in. He has to worry about that Ball Predator. He could just die to that.
No,
But he can use fall back and charge this turn to
explode out of 6, right? I don't remember.
continue to scythe through.
I will pick up those guys.
If we brought more tactical Marines, I have bad news for you, chat.
What are
Do
you
you still
activating with first? Because that was the fight I did.
Yeah, you do have a interrupt CP, so I'm gonna fight with the. Oh, that's actually interesting because these guys can now come over here. I'll go ahead and activate the chaplain squad. Okay. Let's do the chaplain. May do some mortals to start. It does not do any mortals, so let's do the. Let's see.
Do I want to armor contempt here or save
This
the
is my Artisan of War chaplain, so he has plus or 3 AP on his Power Fist, and a 2-up save.
I mean, I got 4 nimble. It's fine. Just go ahead and roll it.
Okay. It was just a consideration if you want to do armor contempt. Okay. So I'm gonna have
Yeah, the Armor of Contempt there would only affect the Death Company Marines attacks.
other, but one of them hits on dudes.
So you'd be potentially dodging or impacting 4 Power Fist attacks rather than hitting both of them, just the one model.
Obviously cheat. We will charge it.
So interesting, I guess a little bit of, I don't want to say technology, but definitely a small bonus for Techie is that because he activated with a fight on death, half of his death company swung into the Vindicator and were able to kill it
So
before the unit activated, which means he can then retarget his attacks based on that knowledge, which is very powerful.
2 damage. And then hitting on 3s with rerolls. Of course, he didn't need it. Yeah. 4 more. 2 for 2.
Alright. We'll see if we can reroll any of these.
So if you fail all of them, I'm happy. You fail 1.
Fail one.
Okay.
I know, chat. Not enough tactical marines today. Everyone's on assault intercessors. Get these assault intercessors out of my face.
Over here.
Oh, I get wound rerolls and a bunch of melee weapons and power fists, whatever. Tactical marines have a multi-melta sometimes. So interrupting with the jump assault intercessors. They take no damage from the Hammer of Wrath. I guess it was only one model that actually got to engagement range.
So we'll roll the power fist.
Unfortunately, not an amazing updated Hammer of Wrath there.
I will do an AOC on this.
And this is Armor of Contempt getting used. It's so interesting to watch. Both these players basically spent all of their command points. And
Still lose 1.
this has largely been like a skirmish. This wasn't like a real fight. This was just a little skirmish. And we're each going to kill like an Assault Intercessor squad and maybe a Death Company squad. And that's about it. But we're already burnt down to 0 CP. That's crazy.
Take damage, which I've not allocated anyway. Right. Cool. I will hit you back. Let's injure guy in here. This guy's gonna come in here. Start with a power fist, 4 attacks. Love it. And 2 AP2s.
Fail 1.
Okay. Then I'll have 12 attacks coming back at you. Your uniform, looking for 3s. 5 1-for-1s.
That's one more.
Interesting. We both. I don't think either of us did as much damage as we were expecting.
No.
That's the biggest slap fight in the history of the universe.
All there. So I
You
did
got
kill.
these guys to fight.
Yeah. I don't think I want to pile in because I would have to base if I'm not mistaken.
If you can base, you must base.
Yeah. Unless I can make it. I can make it 3 per here. Okay. Let's go gambling.
Was he closer to this model or the Dreadnought? Because he has to go towards the Dreadnought if he was closer to
Yeah.
the Dreadnought.
He's probably close to Dreadnought, so he's probably just not fighting. That's okay. I wasn't expecting to deal a ton into that squad. Just prevent him from heroicing into that other side. 5 attacks. Miss bunch. Not there. 1 for 1.
Fine.
No. And I don't know if you're okay with that. I'm pretty sure I did 12 attacks on these guys when they should have had 15. So they should have 3 more chain swords coming out.
Sure. Did you roll wounds?
I didn't roll them at all. 1. Just 2 more 1-for-1s into blue. Okay. And I think that will tie me up, so you can go ahead and punch me to the ground.
Okay. I don't know if you want me to play this out or if you.
No, just pile in.
Okay. None of these guys.
How likely is a single tactical marine with a heavy bolter to one-shot a 5-strong intercessor squad by himself? I think that's for sure the expected outcome. Greater than 50%.
This guy gets in. And then none of these guys get it.
I'm not. I wish I was better at math. I couldn't tell you what the likelihood of
And looks like you can jump
Looks
on
like
it.
I can get onto this point.
two out of 3 dice of a 3d6 roll being 6s, and then all of them being 3s, and then none of the resulting saves being 4 up.
Vindicator. Dump.
But it's got to be at least like
Oh,
100%,
so
at least 100. Volabearables and chat. Sanguinguinius. We're cooking up some delicious pasta today. The delicious pasta of justice. So we have an aggressive posture out of the only remaining Calidus assassin on the battlefield here, chats. And unfortunately, that was a bit of a flub turn from
Enough for government work.
Techie, because that charge allowed this Death Memory squad to then get onto this objective. So Valdor's going to score that at the beginning of his turn.
Over to me.
And the question is what
Anybody get to pick
Valdor does with this kind of lead that he has here. How he uses this newfound board position to push up the table.
secondaries. A good shuffle. Behind enemy lines and no prisoners. Those seem fairly doable. Oh, I scored 10 on primary. Where's the turn marker? Should we moved it?
couldn't tell you, boss.
Yeah, well, we're on. We're definitely on.
Yeah.
Mcagnius is in chat. What's up, my dude? Nice to see you in there. Appreciate everybody coming and hanging out tonight, by the way. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. A little quiet Saturday night 40K. Quiet Saturday night Blood Angels mirror matches, as you do. So Valdor has to be concerned about a potential rapid ingress, right, from the other Lamardi's unit. And now that his Sanguinor has already been committed, the question of the day is whether he feels that he will be able to push forward with his own Death Company squad. Now, I almost wonder if Valdor will pull back for a turn and play super cagey with his army. I wish that the infiltrators were played a little bit more aggressively. This seems like it sounds weird, but the infiltrators are actually a really good kind of forward unit. And what you can do in this matchup is because your opponent is not really shooting you very much, or if they are, they're shooting with really close range weapons. The attached Phobos Librarian to the infiltrator unit over here is actually not that useful because he's not really protecting them very much. So what you can do is you can actually use this unit on turn 2 as a super duper huge denial area for rapid ingresses. And you could just use the detached Librarian to hold the objective in the back because nothing's coming back there for the most part anyway.
Oh no, but you're right. 11.
Obviously we didn't do that this game. But that would give, that infiltrator unit alone gives Valdor so much pressure
This is 9.
against his opponent's rapid ingress on turn 2 or turn 3. He can create such a denial area in the center of the table that it makes things really awkward for them.
Should only be going 8 inches, right?
What?
8-inch move on the Death Company treads.
How far did I move?
9.
Oh, did I move 1 inch too far?
There you go. can't see through current because your vehicle, right?
Oh, yes.
Just want to make sure I don't gotcha later.
Honestly, I might just advance.
You ever think to yourself, that's Enosh? You ever think that? I think that all the time. To the point that I get it tattooed permanently on my carapace armor.
Yeah. Well,
My ablative armor plating that protects my dreadnought sarcophagus.
and then just. Obviously, that's Yep. Any Overwatch?
Just think for a second. If I sniped out Lamarni's, that'd be pretty cash money, but I don't think that's happening.
Try to just tap Labardi's out the Calidus Assassin.
Here.
That Neuro Disruptor is precision. And my co-commentator's here to molest the microphone. Oh, alright, she gave up. Good. Sometimes you gotta just precision your opponent's Lamarties with your
Anything else?
Neuro Disruptor.
Nope. Do I want to bring anything from Deep Strike?
Yeah.
I
Indeed, Drew.
still have a turn where I could rapid ingress. Off from there, you're pretty far off from there. I am gonna bring in.
Yeah, this chaplain unit sort of sitting in Valdor's line here is going to be endlessly annoying to him. Rapid ingressing an assault intercessor squad. It's a bit of an inoffensive rapid ingress. Although I guess he doesn't have much else to drop in. Maybe just the Death Company Dreadnought, but that has been screened out appropriately as we pre-measured last turn. Agent X is in the chat. Oh, a treat for Inky. Inky, you get another treat. You want to come hang out on the tree and we'll give it to you? Mustache Squeak, how's it going? Oh, she wants to sit on my chair.
All right. That is fine. Would you like to rapid ingress?
Yeah, I think so.
This is what I'm dealing with right now, chat. Oh, no. What happened?
Shit.
That's the cat tree. What? Alright, well. I apologize, everybody.
Just measure some ranges. So if you're all crashed over here, oh, that should get close enough. You are 12 way here. You are soon to be 12 way.
What are you doing?
So these guys could probably up a little further. Let's see.
I'm a jungle gym.
Techniques so far. If you want to rock boxcars, cool. 11. Don't.
Yeah, right up at the top. Right up at the top of the tree. I think she learned that she can balance there.
Did
I posted in
just forget that?
if you're a patron, I posted in the patron
It's not
chat.
but whatever.
I mean, do
Yes,
the red guys that
guys.
you're gonna
Yeah.
meet against?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Fairly obvious.
Yep. This guy
Bad
up here.
getting this.
She climbed on my head the other day while I was playing.
This is loser bracket territory.
Loser bracket territory. And so there's a picture hanging out in there of her while I'm playing games on in front of the camera. She's just sitting directly on my head, which is incredible.
Oh, did you pass it back to me?
Yep.
Obvious who the boss is. Yeah, let me see if she wants to
So let's go ahead. And these guys aren't shooting.
go hang out on the tree for a second, chat.
These guys will shoot their pistols into here. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could take 2 plasmas. So here's the 2 regulars. 3s, re-rolling, and then 4s. 1 wound, AP1.
No cover. Dead guy, I presume. Yep.
And then I'm not going to bother with overcharging. 3s, and then 3s. 1 AP2.
Damage. Cool. You want to melt a pistol in my ball predator?
Nah.
Or the Khaled. We see pistols are apparently pretty good versus them.
I'm just going to put... I'm just gonna put every pistol into the Calidus.
Sure. Do you have a range for all your Infernos?
Half of them are plasmas, so. Actually, this one might not have range. So I guess I'll put 1 melta pistol into this tank because it doesn't have range to anything else.
Will do.
All right, so 4 meltas into the Calidus. 3s,
Mhm.
re-rolling. 2s. 3 saves.
Clean.
And then 5 plasmas. 3s, re-rolling.
Are these overcharged, not overcharged?
Not overcharged. Into 3s.
There you go, chat.
saves.
There's Inky Street.
Right. Just
Okay.
roll like that.
Inky,
And Marty's
it's probably like a measurable difference in her weight come Invitational season. All the people buying her treats for the live stream.
wound, and they go into the tank.
Mustache Squid painting Deftras and Ludas. Hell yeah, man.
Alright, well,
Playing some Dread Mob.
Mm-hmm.
That detachment's so cool. Ludas have definitely surprised me as a unit, especially for shock attack gun.
she only gets 5 attack.
Big mechs. They seem phenomenal.
I have to kill her. I would have liked to kill her in shooting, but my death company never succeeded shooting. Whatever. Fine. Alright, so charge phase. This unit is gonna charge the Calidus, the Death Company Dread, and the Ball Predator.
Sure thing. Holy shit.
Okay. Well, can't reroll because the Calidus.
Oh no. Lord of Deceit coming in clutch here, chat. That was a 3-inch charge.
Intercessor units.
Mm-hmm.
And the Death Company failed it. Don't they reroll innately, though? Hold up. Wait a minute, chat. Isn't that their thing? I'm certain that's an optional ability.
5d6.
So if Valdor does not do it, then it is what it is.
Take 4 mortal wounds.
Kill all but the sergeant. Is that it for charges?
Probably.
Okay.
Because I think Sanguinor. Actually, no. We'll try to roll the 9.
Yeah,
I think that's advantageous to me.
they definitely reroll their charge rolls. But it says you can. Oh, no.
No, didn't matter anyways.
So the Death Company failed this charge.
Fight
I'm
with.
gonna drop Sanguinor in.
Okay, yep.
And did not reroll because the Calidus Assassin would have made the reroll 2 CP instead of 1. So obviously the Calidus Assassin ability
So that.
coming in clutch there, except that these guys don't need to spend CP to reroll. Uh-oh. Oh, chat. Sanguinor jumping in
Somewhere nice. Where's he gonna go after this?
to try to clip out this
Uh,
charging unit of Assault Intercessors.
Cool. I will
Sanguinor fights first.
It is surprisingly good.
Do I want armor of contempt here?
Yeah, Ludus are, for sure, just an upgrade to the Big Mech, for sure. Any damage that they do is totally an upside. 100%. But that shock attack gun is crazy strong in Dread Mob. Every time I've seen that thing shoot, I've been like, holy crap. Absolutely worth every one of the points you spend on the Ludus for him. Also makes him sort of hard to kill, too. He's tough to pin down.
and then
Doesn't matter.
so it should be this one. Okay, and I don't think these guys are in combat. No. You're Sanguinor.
Yep. 6 attacks. Putting on fuse. Okay.
Lovely dice.
That was exciting. And wounding on 3s. 4 at AP3.
All right. Start up with a 6-up. Do I feel it? I do feel it. And then 4-ups all the way. I'd like to make 2 of these. Of course I don't. And I don't have any CP, so they are just gone.
Well, at least Valdor's Sanguinor getting some work done. Techie did get a rapid ingress into the center objective over here, so he is looking down the barrel of a 15 on his coming turn.
Okay.
On the off chance the Sanguinor lives somehow, I think it's better to be on the objective. So,
I agree with you there.
I don't think there's any way he lives, but that's fine. I killed 2 units because of the thing in the character,
Mm-hmm.
for a total of 4 on no prisoners.
Looks like it.
And I will discard behind enemy lines, taking a CP, and I will pass the turn over to you.
All right.
I will draw some cards.
So both Sanguinors in play now.
Okay.
It's a little funny
Mark some people for death for me.
how powerful the
Uh,
Sanguinors are, even when they're on the table against these melee matchups. They're sort of very difficult to get to grips with. They're also really difficult to kill randomly. 7 wounds with a 2+4+ is really awkwardly tough.
reasonable charge. Infiltrators. Sanguinary Guard. And I'll just Infiltrators, Sanguinary Guard, and guess we'll put it on screen squad.
Right. And then I have.
Actually, you know what? No, we'll put it on. No, that Death Company Dread. Well, they're dead either way. There's a weird world where the Death Company Dread passes all of its saves somehow. 5 attacks, 6 attacks. Yeah, we'll put it on the Death Company Dread.
Sure thing. Okay. And then Storm Hostile. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. Oath is going to go on guys in the center here because they are not great. Command phase, good to go. Movement phase. Let's go ahead. Move this guy 8 over here. Just in case there's a random. I guess I could get intervened over here, but I think I'm fine with that. This is
Move the
staying
Callus
here.
over there.
I'm not moving the Calidus. These guys are going to go up 6. Make sure I'm not in your engagement range. These guys are going to go up as well. These guys are going to come over 12. I will color them something other than orange. That is a lot of the same unit.
How many primaries did you have, by the way? You're at 10.
Should be 3 because I had Lamarty's on here, Lancer on here, Traders over here.
The lists are not quite identical, chat. They have a few very minor changes, but for the most part, they are. Just as a little bit of a reminder for folks. Yeah, exclamation point lists in chat will get you the links. The orange Death Company in here, a little bit of a mistake, I think. Forgot that they reroll charge rolls. So they came in, failed a very easy charge into Techie's army, and just sat there, which is unfortunate. These are Valdors, so they tried to charge into all this stuff, and this is all Techie's stuff. The Sanguinor in the center here is Valdor's. All this concave of units is all Techie's, and then this little enclave back here is Valdor's, including the Sanguinary Guard.
Lancer's coming over here, brother.
Lancer's moving into the center of the table. Hot damn. This guy does not give a crap. The photo scanned jump back intercessors are Valdor's. The Dawn of War style jump back intercessors are Techie's. And that Sanguinor up at the top there is Techie's as well.
This guy's gonna stay still. I'm just gonna probably move steps over here.
Should I think if I
Take some hot shots. Take some shots.
turned on my display? So basically, here's my
Don't
Telestrator chats.
think the.
This is all Techie stuff.
You have what? 2.
Like this.
I'm fine.
Who?
And then I'll put the.
That's all Techie's, and then this is all Valdor's. All the other stuff.
This is gonna step over, but still wants to see Lamarty.
Like that. And then that's Techie's Sanguinor there.
That's good to go. Let's go to shooting and start by shooting.
Glad I remember how to turn that back on. I feel like I was missing it for so long.
Charge into the blue squad. Does he hit? Does hit. And wound. AP3 into the blue jumps.
Yes.
Great. Do I kill myself? I don't. All right. Let's put a Lancer. Let's put all the little shots are going to come over here. That's including Icarus, the 2 bolter variants, and then
Yeah, I know it's a little tough, chat, because we are
very
rocking very similar lists in identical factions, so everything looks the same. So I'm going to try to keep people posted as much as possible.
2 storm bolters, and the Iron Hail. This is all hitting on 3s. Alright, and then 4s. 1 bolter wound into blue. Good. Icarus, number of shots, 1 shot. That misses. Cool. Big shots into your orange Death Company. Aquilon, or Oath, either one. Aquilon, 2 AP4s.
Yeah. Just go
Don't
through
think there's
so-
any cover, so there's a 4 damage if you want to roll that out.
Mm,
Okay.
and then you just re-roll it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can just
I'm just gonna
pick up 2. Okay.
Guess we'll pick up. Oh, it has to be that one. And then this one.
Okay. I'll go ahead and shoot the combi weapon from the lieutenant over at the blue squad. 2 shots. Is he accurate? He is accurate. So anti-infantry 4+. 1 mortal blue squad.
1 mortal on the blue squad.
Yes. Okay. Let's shoot yellow. I'm going to shoot these 4 Inferno pistols are going to come over here. And I'll shoot one out of melter range Inferno and 5 more. So let's start with the 5 and then 1. So this is into orange squad. All right, and look for 2s. So those are all in melter range. So I'll do an ordered roll. So I got a 3, 4, 4, 4.
Yeah, I'll go on the 4s. I'll just roll the 3.
Okay.
Do I get a double 6? Or do not?
Oops.
So it was 4 guys? Yeah, 4 guys.
Yes. Okay. And 4 pistols into the Sanguinor. All hits. And 4 wounds into Sanguinor.
1 goes through.
Okay. Or 3 damage. Okay. Let's shoot blue intercessors. White assault intercessors into orange. These are the pistols. I'm not overcharging the plasma. So all hits. 2 bolter wounds. AP1.
Both fail. Take 1 damage.
Okay. And plasma coming at you. Oath hits. And 3. Nope. Nothing. Let's shoot the jump intercessors and the chaplain. Let's do the.
Man, this is a lot of damage in this unit.
First, all hit 4 1-for-1s.
That is
Sorry, 3 1-for-1s.
that is mighty unfortunate here, chat. I think we're off hoping that the Sanguinary Guard, this elite Sanguinary Guard tech,
Guy dies. This guy
Roll
goes
the
can
full pistol. Hits.
hopefully see Valdor through this. But losing the Lamarty's brick here for basically nothing is unfortunate.
Will fail. Let's shoot a ball.
He is moving into bottom of 3 and did not rapid ingress the Death Company Dreadnought 2, which is, I think, also, in my opinion, could be a little bit of a mistake. Although the DC Dreadnoughts, I believe, have their Magna Grapples, so they can get a charge out of Deep Strike. And
2 damage.
get a little bit of a bonus on that into the other Death Company Dreadnoughts. And then they just mutually annihilate. But the one that charged should have the
6 shots.
the edge on the
Interesting.
infinite reactive fight that they're going to get against each other.
Do you want to just do an order? Okay. All right. Stormbolter. It's 2 nothings. 1 more damage. And I think that's everything from him. I'm not going to shoot the Death Dread. I'll shoot the Assassin here. I guess I'll shoot into purple with precision.
I would be a little afraid of getting the captain knocked out of this unit too.
E2 on your captain.
Losing that +1 strength would be a little unfortunate.
Okay. That looks good to me. Let's head to charges. I will go ahead. I will charge the Sanguinor into the green squad.
Yep.
3 does not make it, and that is my mark target. I guess I.
No, I changed it to the Death Company Dread over here.
Oh, okay. It's still good to get rid of it. I'll go ahead and. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't think. I mean, there's potential for you killing them. I'd rather not have that happen. Yeah, I'll spend it. Why not? 10 sounds better. Alright. I'm going to charge this 1 red guy into your blue squad. 5. Let's see, does he do an impact mortal? He does not. I'm going to charge the Death Company Dread into your Death Company Dread with a 10. Alright, I'm going to charge Lamarty's with a Predator. Does a 6 get him there? Looks like it
Close
does.
enough. I'll give it to you. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll just back him up a bit. And then I'll charge the Assault Intercessors into Lamarty's. Cool. Round. Okay. That looks like it for charges. Heading to fights, So with fights first, do I still have to elect that versus a charge target?
What do you mean?
Like, does Sanguinor's ability
Oh,
mess
you
up my
still have to
ability to
sequence
level
it.
up?
Yeah. You still have to sequence it. It's in the
So-
same.
So I have to seek it Sanguinor, is essentially what you're saying.
Yeah. So if you choose Sanguinor, I can interrupt. Although I can't interrupt with anything over here because I don't have 3 CP. So.
Okay. That was my only worry. Okay. Then yeah, I'll just Sanguinor 9 attacks. This one. And then 2s. No mortals. Just a bunch of 6 up.
Natalia Veras, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming and tuning in.
Do I want to mess with your library?
Sanguinor knocks the entire Assault Intercessor unit out of here.
Fine with you.
It's a little disgusting.
Um,
Sanguinor, stop. They're your own guys. No.
No.
okay. I'll go ahead and do a Death Company Dread thing and try and hit you.
I'm gonna spend 2 CP for armor content.
Okay. I will hit them all.
The Lord of Deceited Armor of Contempt here.
So 5.
It's pricey, but that's going to give the
It's 4 armor content.
Valdor's
These 2. Got it.
Death Company Dreadnought such an advantage.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Just kidding, chat. It's like,
I want you.
hopefully that will discount the advantage that Techie's Dreadnought has, because it has the Sons of Sanguinia's detachment ability as a charge bonus. So that, with Armor of Contempt, should be close to you, a wash, mathematically.
Or
Except Valdor's Dreadnought just immediately died.
5, 6,
And now this Death Company Dreadnought gets to get punched by Sanguinary Guard, almost certainly live, and then punch them back.
7,
A little bit too much. If it was like 4 or 5,
Oh my god,
I'll
chats.
do the intercessors here into the Martys. You want me to roll it out? Or you want me to...
Nope.
Okay. They'll leap at that objective. And then I'll punch in over here with the red guy. So 3 goes to 4 attacks. OCP, so no use in dilly-dallying. That's not great. 1, 2. Knock out one guy's teeth. Yeah, that looks like it for fights for me. On to you and you two.
Right, I'll fight back with this guy because it's funny. See if he kills you. 3 attacks. 2 AV2s.
Alright, first one is a fail already.
Alright, and then I will concede.
We'll get a talk out there, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, that's does feel like it is a bit of a blowout here, Chad.
Just call it that.
Sure. I will. Let's see. You scored Mark for Death. You scored Storm Hostile.
Yeah, I think missing that charge reroll there was
Holds.
I think is
I held 2 objectives.
understandably tilting. I don't know if I would expect anyone to play on through that kind of situation.
Storm Hostile, established Locust.
It's such a weird effect because it comes into play so often, but it is so impactful when it does. Or even like, oh, I saved a CP on my charge reroll. Like, okay, that's fine. Or you can like take longer charge rolls with them, charge attempts with them, and it feels okay.
And is your
But
free. Your deployment zone is free.
the times that it
Sure.
actually comes in that clutch of a situation are I think less
No.
important,
Yeah.
No.
less common, I should say.
Okay, so
But that is Techie. Moving on.
I guess probably
Undisputed master in this situation, in this instance of Blood Angels. I believe the
only move if
top placing Blood Angels in the event, if I remember
So
correctly.
9.1 not kill there.
Yep. So both these guys come over here. They both try to roll a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, every other Blood Angel has been knocked out as far as I can tell, Chad. So that is Techie as our lone Blood Angel's hope. Can he get through Thousand Suns a second time
Easy.
Turns out,
against Alucard in the finals game?
unmute.
Thanks for the game, guys.
It turns out when you need to roll a 3 for your Lamarty squad, and you roll a 2 and you can't re-roll because there's a
Calidus that's lived through a lot.
Calidus there.
You either die to 2 plasma pistol shots or live like 5 inferno pistols.
Or your Calidus. My Calidus dies to 2 plasma pistols, and your Calidus lives through an entire
3
game
plasma
with
or
3
2
rolls.
plasma hits, 3 inferno hits.
Well, I mean, it's more like you made all my
Yeah,
attacks,
just-
and you made 2.
Yeah, the Calidus getting smoked immediately. It was like, oh, okay. This is
Yeah, I was like,
and
what about this? And
see if we could get it done with the impact portals. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see what we can do.
oh man, I activated the dread on accident. I'm gonna have less mortals to roll.
Yeah.
I could have lived through that one, but the Snake Eyes on the Lamarty squad was the dagger in the heart. That I was just like, I can't
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah, no, definitely understandable. Failing a charge like that is very, very unfortunate. It was also, I think the additional twist of the knife was the setup for the exciting Death Company Dreadnought, Rock'em Sock'em Robots fight, and then the Death Company Dreadnought dying immediately to the first attack.
Yeah.
That was sad. Made me sad.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it a shot, right? I said,
Yeah.
CP, I had 4 ups. I needed to make, like, I had 5 saves to make, so I needed to make like 2 of them, and then some feel no pains, or 3 of them, and then I could fight back and maybe kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Yep.
That Vindicator came up so far so fast. I thought it was gonna chill in this like kind of nebulous area and just kind of poke at me every time it came up.
No, I was fine. I was fine trading for a tank with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I knew.
I mean,
Like,
I wasn't unhappy with my player with anything that.
yeah, I think that was
Or my
fine.
list or
It just made me
anything.
expend more to keep you from heroicing over here. And if you
Yeah,
got in the middle, then it'd be really bad. You'd be messing all this stuff up over here. You know, just
I
much. Better
I
position.
wasn't unhappy with anything. It's just
Snake eyes.
it's just well, double plasmaing my Calidus and then yeah, which is unfortunate, and then followed up that by
Mm-hmm.
the. I guess I learned that you can get 2 plasmas on jump pack intercessors. I thought you could only get 1. I don't know. I read that. I guess I read it wrong.
Yeah, on what's it called, like Battle Scribe, you'll see there's like one little thing where you can add a chainsaw plasma pistol onto
Well,
the
I
normal
don't
ones.
trust Battle Scribe.
Yeah, it's a
Double checking, but that's how I found out.
it's a weird thing for sure. Yeah, it is in there though. I think there's just 2 plasma pistols in the kit, so they're just like, I don't know, you can give an extra guy a plasma pistol. It's sort of their special weapon guy.
Hey, if I could have a pistolero sergeant with double plasma pistol, that'd be awesome. Little Moritat.
Got to give up your power fist though.
Just
All I know is now I
2
don't have to
damage
stress-
somewhere.
See, I get the benefit though. I don't have to stress about hiding from Magnus.
There you go.
You
Don't
get
put
to
that
deal
on me,
with
brother.
Yeah, the
Make a couple 10-inch charges next time.
only way to win is not to play, I guess, against 1,000 Suns there. Just
I'm gonna do this and then immediately concede Alakar.
Just have his Mutilith Vortex Beast not survive literally every attack that you make against them. That's the secret technology there.
and in a world where you somehow beat 1,000 Suns, you potentially get to play Sisters twice. Like,
Yeah.
so, it's a fun time.
Fuck it.
But best of luck to you. Thanks for the game.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
Yeah, thanks you too.
Alright,
And Techie, congratulations on making it forward.
appreciate it.
Looking forward to seeing the rematching against 1,000 Suns.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him what's what.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's see these Flamestorm cannons cook some Rubric Marines for a change.
Please.
That's what I would
I'm
like.
gonna have to strat reserve him at this point.
Yeah, I think that makes sense for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, a cheeky rapid ingress on those things seems like
Sure. Yeah.
pretty good
I can do.
I mean, they pick up a Rubric squad without too much trouble.
for sure. For sure they'll do that. Yeah.
And that's a trade up, almost.
Mhm.
Probably?
Yeah, I mean, this thing's
if
125.
they pick up the character, it's definitely a trade up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And to be honest, like so much of the power of the characters is locked in with the Rubric Marines. If you kill the Rubric Marines, the characters are much less scary usually. So
And then you're
it
not,
doesn't even feel that bad.
other than the Arcane Vortex guy, you're not probably worried about their Overwatch either. Like, their Overwatch isn't going to kill a Predator.
Right. Yeah, if they burn the Overwatch into a tank, then all your infantry get to do whatever they want for the rest of the turn. So that's kind of just a big bonus. Definitely.
We'll see if I can bait that out and be like, yeah, you wanna?
How about now? I'll even tow this objective for you. I'll put my 1 tread on it.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for being flexible with the time, and congratulations again on taking it down.
All right. See y'all later.
Cheers.
I-
All right, chat. I gotta tell him. Yeah. I don't want to destroy people's confidence on stream like that. We can talk about it. We can talk about it later on. I'm sure we'll have a discussion about it. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out this game. I will go ahead and raid real quick. I'm gonna be live tomorrow. A game just got scheduled today. It is happening tomorrow, but it wasn't scheduled until today. Inky's freaking out in the background. Jesus Christ, cat. And that is going to be Sergeant Crusader versus Flashback, Ian Power. So that's going to be, that game has finally been scheduled, and we get to see another game against Thousand Suns. So that'll be exciting. So thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me.